This is a presentation on how to pre-read a scholarly article in the Sciences and Natural Resources. It is best viewed in full screen mode, so you may want to switch to that right now. Let's face it, research can be time-consuming. And it's easy to be overwhelmed by all the articles you come across in your search. How do you find the time to read so many articles to find the best ones for your assignment? The answer: don't just read the articles, pre-read them. So, how do you pre-read an article? First, we'll do a quick rundown of the parts that make up a scholarly article. Not every article has all of these parts, but knowing what they are will help you navigate when pre-reading. First is an abstract. An abstract gives you the gist of an article. Next is the introduction. This provides a rationale for the article's existence and an overview of its contents. In the sciences, the introduction often also includes a literature review. This discusses existing scholarly writing that is pertinent to the article's research. Often it will identify gaps in the existing research that the current article aims to fill. Then we'll find the important methodology section. In the sciences, it is often called material and methods. This section explains the research methods that the authors of the article have used. Naturally, the results section follows. These are the recorded findings of the study. This in turn leads to a discussion of those results. Results cannot simply stand on their own. They must be interpreted. Finishing the article is the conclusion. This section will often summarize the results and discussion and suggest paths for future research. So now that we know the parts of an article, how do we find out whether we want to use it? Let's return to our sample article and discuss how you'd pre-read it. The first step is obvious. Look at the abstract and get an overview of the article. Then read the first paragraph or two of the introduction. If a literature review is included in the introduction, you can move on to the next step once you reach it. Then skip all the way to the end and read the conclusion. Sure, the conclusion may spoil the ending, but in this case, that's what you want. For your last step, scan the paper for section headings, which will give you an even better idea of the ground the author covers. With just a few minutes of work, you now know the article's scope and conclusions. Now you can make an informed decision about whether or not the article works for your assignment. If it doesn't, then move to the next one. But if it does, then it's time to take a few notes. Jot down the following. 1. The names of the authors. 2. The article's title. 3. The journal title and issue. Next, write a few sentences on 1. What the article is about. 2. How you think it fits with your topic. And 3. Your initial thoughts on its findings. Now you're ready to pre-read the next article you found. In a short session, you can pre-read numerous articles and identify which seem to be the most promising. You've pre-read your articles, but what's next? Return to the articles you've selected and read them in depth. If you have any questions or want more research tips, make sure you see one of Humboldt's reference librarians. They're here to help.